We're joined now by Eagles star overager Nicholas Girouard. Nicholas, a busy start to the season. Team recently completing a stretch of 6 games in 9 days. What are your thoughts on the beginning of the year for the Eagles?
I think we've been having some tough losses. We've been working hard, playing the right way, and just not winning in overtime. We've had, 6 games in overtime, and we just haven't found the way to win them. But I feel like we're getting there, and we have a good team, honestly. I think that people underestimate us. I think we can put up some good numbers this year.
You come over to the Eagles from the St. John Sea Dogs in the off-season. What was your reaction to finding out that you were going to be a Cape Breton Eagle?
I was a bit surprised, but I was happy. I talked to a couple of guys I know that played here, and they've all told me only good things, and I knew that I was going to play a lot here and be one of the leaders, and I just wanted to show the way to the young guys and just be a good leader.
Now, you were just with the St. John Sea Dogs for 1 season, but despite that, I see you were the Fans' Choice Award winner in St. John. What do you think it was about your game that won over the fans of the Port in such a short period of time?
I think I played hard, but I also put up good numbers, and I had a really good second half, and I think that fans like a good, greedy player like me. It was nice to get recognized like that by the fans. Your
final year in Major Junior, you were drafted in 2017, and then you ended up making it as a rookie in 2018. Did you go to camp in 2017 and walk us through the 2-year process of becoming a Voltigeur?
In Drummondville, we had a pretty strong team. When I was 17, when I was 16, they still had a pretty strong team. So I went to camp, and I had planned to come back as a 16-year-old in midget, my development and everything. I thought it would be better for me. We took that decision with my agent and the team, came back as a 16 midget, had a really good season with my team. Came back at 17, and at 17 I had a good camp and made that really strong team with a lot of good players for that big playoff run.
You talked about a strong team in Drummondville. What stands out from memories with the Voltigeur, and tell us a little bit about being teammates with Jared Baker?
We had a really strong team with a lot of big names. A lot of them are in the NHL right now, and learned a lot with them. We lost in semifinals, but I think we had the team to win it all, but I think we just didn't win. And Jared Baker was a great guy. He was a great player, great defensively. He was an intense guy, and everybody liked him in Drummondville.
We like to get some more background on the guys. I understand you played a little bit of football when you were younger. What position were you?
I did. I was running back. I played high school. I played high school hockey for 3 years, from grade 7 to grade 9. We had to choose another sport, and I chose football, and I loved it. I still watch footballs on Sundays with the guys, and I loved the game. It was a really nice sport to play.
It wouldn't really be possible to keep playing that when you're playing hockey at a high level, right?
Exactly.
You wear an A for this team. It's interesting because Sean LaRochelle comes over from Victoriaville. He's the captain. What has it been like being a leader on a team in Cape Breton where you have so many guys coming from different places?
I don't really notice that a lot of guys are from different places. I think we've grown as a group really tight. We have a great group of guys, and I feel like everybody else, it doesn't mean since we have letters that we're the only leaders in the team. There's a lot of good leaders, even if the team is young, and I feel like everybody does their own part, and it works out really well.
You recently had a 5-game goal-scoring streak, which was the longest in the queue at the time. Was that the longest streak that you'd been on in your career? What was going right during that stretch?
I'm not sure about the longest streak. Probably. I had a lot of confidence, and I feel like everything was going well. For me, personally, I was really happy with it, and I just hope that I'll get a streak longer than that this year.
I know when you played for Drummondville, you had the opportunity to do some hospital visits. It's always great to see players involved in the community. How important is that for you as a junior player?
It's so important. I feel like as junior players, a lot of people look up to us, and we just want to give back to the community. And I feel like it's a hospital with people that were sick and everything, and those kids, I think we made their day and made their stay there memorable with us coming there, and they just seeing their smile on their face and how happy they were. It was really memorable for me. I feel like community-wise, we always have to put a little more because I feel like it affects people more than we think in a good way.
It's one of those things, unfortunately, we haven't seen the team get as involved in the community the last few years because of everything that's going on, and we look forward to that becoming a more normal part of the junior hockey experience again in the near future. I understand you've done a little bit of surfing. Is that still something that Nicholas Girouard does in the summer?
Yeah, well, it's more behind the boat stuff. It's all the surfing, wakeboarding, stuff like that. I don't do it as much because we're not really allowed to do stuff that will injure us, but something that I like to do, and it's always nice to get out in the summer and do other things than hockey.
For somebody that hadn't seen you play before, how would you describe yourself as a player?
I'm a power forward with skill. I'll go in battles, I'll work hard, and I can score some goals too. And I feel like I'm a good all-around player, and I feel like I can really help the team this year.
We look at this Eagles team. I think of it as a young team. Does it feel that way in the group? There is a veteran presence on this team. What's the overall vibe in the room in that respect?
I think it's a great vibe. Honestly, even if we haven't won a lot of games right now, I think that we have a good group of guys. Everybody works hard. Everybody knows their role. I think the leaders do a good job showing the way for the younger guys, and I feel like we could have a good team this year.
You're a 20-year-old in the league. Obviously, you're focused on the here and now and having a strong season with the Eagles, but have you thought about what comes next for Nicholas Girouard once 2022, 2023 comes around?
Well, hopefully I sign a pro contract. That's the goal. I want to play pro next year. I want to keep playing, and if that doesn't work, I want to play a university hockey and get my degree and everything in school.
We have seen some players who weren't drafted. NHL teams realize, hey, there's something to this guy, so hopefully you're the next in line for a player like that to sign a contract. Great to get to know you a little bit, Nicholas. Thanks for this. Best of luck this year.
Thanks a lot.
That's Eagles forward Nicholas Girouard off to a great start this season. Joining us at the intermission, you're listening to Uniglass Plus, Cape Breton Eagles Hockey, 1270 CJCB.